Welcome to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, MiMi the Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment, and let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business.
Good morning, 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 my beautiful people. Magnificent Monday. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your host, MiMi the Lightseer. Over here, Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. Ooh, about to get into somebody's business today. Grand Rising. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to all my third shifters who have been working hard overnight. I hope that you had a great rest or a great shift. I am so thankful for those who just went to bed last night. I don't know if you was like me, thank you, Danita. I hope I said that right. I hope that you guys had a good sleep if you just went to bed last night and all of that good stuff. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to my guppies, Evelyn, Lindsay. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to find people that I know that be here all the time. But if not, if you're new to Pisces Tarot, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, MiMi the Lightseer. Now, before we get into today's channeling of energy, let me just go ahead and say, if you are not familiar with Pisces Tarot, welcome to the family. Go ahead and join us on YouTube at MiMi Lightseer. We're live right now across TikTok as well as YouTube. And it's important because it gives you the opportunity to still have a connection in the community once TikTok is dissolved come January 19, 2025 is the day for that. B, it also gives you the opportunity to save, bookmark, go back and rewatch, and to do all of these different things. Okay. Welcome, Amanda. So make sure that you guys get the chance to go ahead and follow us and just be able, because listen, people that be following me be following. And the people who follow me know when I tell y'all something, stuff be coming, stuff just comes together, right? And so I want to encourage and invite you guys to do the same thing. That way you can always get the messages. Now, I always start my readings out with a thought of the day or some type of influential energy. And for those of you who've been following, I did not go live yesterday. Okay. Evelyn said it definitely does. So for those of you who follow me, you know that I did not go live yesterday. And I took a break yesterday. I went to go have some me time. And it was really awkward and really uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, it was bizarre. Like, not that I have an issue. For those of you who know me, I like to travel and do things like that. So it wasn't an issue about me being alone. But for some reason, it was very interesting. The people that were in my hotel at the resort that I stayed at, y'all, I don't know what type of dopamine they was on or after, but listen, y'all, it was too much. From the time I checked in to the time I checked out, them people was going at it. They playing Naked Olympics and all of that stuff. And not only that, but when they finally went to sleep, the man was snoring so loud, y'all, that it sounded like good morning, Samantha. It sounded like I was asleep. I thought my phone was vibrating. This man was over there snoring through the wall. And I am just like, this is craziness. You know, like, why are you sleeping that hard? Like, I mean, I understand you are wore out. It's the naked Olympics, right? Y'all over here doing acrobatic things. Like they was in a shower at one point. And I said, you know what? If your tail slip and fall, that's on you. Okay, that's on you. Because y'all doing too much, you know. You should have had a private Airbnb if you was on that type of time, in my opinion. But anyway, who am I? Just a hater. So anyhow, during my time away, though, I kept hearing a couple of different things. And ironically, this morning, this also came up in my Bible study this morning. Good morning. Divine timing. Divine timing. And trusting the process that you have to go through. Trusting that divine timing will align and you will be at the right place. You will be at the right time. You got to trust the process. How many of y'all are having difficulties with trusting the process? If you're having difficulties with trusting the process, raise your hand in the chat. I just want to know if you are having difficulty with trusting the process. Raise your hand in the chat. Nobody likes to go through this. Okay. Nobody likes to go through things where things are not clear. You know, you don't know what your next step is going to be. You don't know how you're going to be able to move, how you're going to be able to shake, you know, all of those different things. And so Anna says over here, good morning, Gary. Yes, divine timing, practicing gratitude, patience is within. And that's really it. That's really it. So the long of it is that, you know, at the end of the day, many of us are going through shifts, right? Everybody's on their own spiritual journey. Everybody's on their own journey. We're all spirits. We have a soul. We live in a human body. Nobody's been on this human experience before, but we're going through this thing together in real time. Nobody gets to practice. Nobody gets a handbook. There's no nothing, right? We all come into this world and we're just like, boop, there it is. And you get one chance to get through it. And so as I was reflecting, you know, a little bit, I'm not going to lie to y'all, you know, the holidays are always difficult for me. They've been difficult forever, right? But hold that thought. I dropped my cards. But holidays are always difficult for singles. And if you don't know, the holiday season is the most depressing time of the year where people are highly suicidal and end up deciding that this is not what they want to do anymore. Okay. So it is very important that if you are friends with people who are alone, don't have kids, you know, may not have family, please, 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 please make sure that you are reaching out, inviting them, getting them out the house, etc. But aside from that, the divine timing piece of it is this, right? Many people are frustrated with things not working the way that they thought it would work, exactly how they thought it would work. And what you're being encouraged today is to trust said divine timing. So let's go ahead and get into today's oracle reading, and we're going to start to get into this reading, okay? Great and full, okay? This is about love. This is about compassion. This is about empathy. This is about your cup being full, so much so that it's overflowing, okay? You guys may have been hoping, praying, wishing, etc. for this to happen for you, okay? Whatever it is. For now, it can be anything, but your cup is full. This is about manifesting, praying, stability, structure, love, trying to get things to come together and actually manifest, like things, hoping, praying, wishing for stabilization, long term, something secure, something secure. This is about you finally getting the evidence of the things that it is that you have been hoping for, okay? And understanding that not only are the things that you're hoping for are great, but they are good. They will leave you full, okay? And also, let me say this. A lot of you are still in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. That relationship timeline that you're still trying to hold on to, it expired a long time ago, but you're still there. Okay. Stop letting people play in your face. The truth that you need to hear right now for your journey is regret. As I say that, I know that I cannot change the past. Okay? As you go through this journey, no, you cannot change the past. You absolutely cannot change the past. But what you can do is change your future. Stop allowing yourself to remain in spaces that you don't belong. Stop begging people to see your worth when they don't want to. You know, divine timing is at play when it comes to things like this as well. Because even though I'm saying you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, right? It's still the right time. Because all of the delays are accounted for. Yeah. All the delays are accounted for. And so whether or not you want to see the time that you spent as being an investment in your time and in your life, whatever, however you want to see it, there is a such thing as divine timing. I mean, y'all been there before where y'all was just in the right place at the right time. If you look back over your life quickly and a door of opportunity opened for you at a time where you was not expecting for that door of opportunity to open up for you, and had you not been there at that exact moment, it would have never happened for you. Raise your hand in the chat. If you've ever experienced a situation in your life where you've been somewhere at the right place at the right time, I want you to raise your hand in the chat. Because I definitely feel like there's an and suddenly shift occurring right now. There is an and suddenly shift occurring where things that were uncomfortable before are no longer going to be uncomfortable. There is a shift happening, folks. People who have gotten through life being unserious are now being forced to be serious. And it has something to do with the holidays. I don't know what exactly it is. I feel as though strongly that the holidays is causing people to look at their lives a little bit different. Similar to how things during the pandemic, people who were in relationships all of a sudden were not. People who were in the home miserable realized that this ain't what I want to do anymore. So, you know, it's just very, very, very interesting right now because the times are very, very interesting. Amanda, this is a collective reading right now. So we're about to go ahead and get into the overall soul whisper. Okay. So right now we know that, people are practicing gratitude and also experiencing heavy regret. Okay. Understanding that you cannot change the past. You cannot undo what has already been done. That's the thing about life. Once it's done, it's done. You know, you can try to prevent as much as you want to, but once it's done, it's done. All right. Let's see what our soul whisper is for today. Love. I told y'all just a minute ago, this is about love. Somebody's cup is overflowing. Love. Okay. Very, very, very interesting. So this is my soul whisper book for those of you who are new to Pisces Tarot, in which I don't study to know. I just read from this book because I love the way that things, good morning, Belinda. I love the way that things are written and put so simplistically. Okay. Love, the best and the most things in the world cannot be seen or heard, but must be felt with the heart. Now, I knew that was Helen Keller before I even read that, because I just remember that being an impactful quote. When we think about love, we often think about our love for others. Our first thought of love is rarely self-love, yet this is the most essential. Love yourself for everything that you have been, everything that you are, and everything that you are to become. Imperfection is its own kind of beauty. Love yourself enough to take chances, to fear a little less, and to find peace in the possibility that even with the best laid out plans, may not turn out exactly how you have imagined. Love yourself enough to stop constantly comparing yourself to others and to find an end to the negative self-talk that spreads through your veins like poison. Realize that your beauty is inside and out, and it is absolute, and that no one has ever been nor ever will be unique being that is you. That will be the unique being, okay? The greater you allow self-love, and the greater your capacity to love those around you. So today, you guys, thank you for my gifts, y'all. You guys are being encouraged to have acceptance, embrace beauty, and unconditional. So I find that message very interesting because it's talking about self-love, but I also want to add in and say, here, that ain't what it said, girl, but go with me. Once you embrace self-love, you'll be willing to accept divine timing. Hear me out. Once you are able to embrace self-love, you'll be able to accept divine timing. And here's why. Good morning, Veronica. Once you get to the point where you're willing to accept, you're able to trust. Self-love is not going to put you in a position. Samantha says you're not wrong. Self-love is never going to put you in a situation that is unhealthy for you, because you're honoring and recognizing your values and your beliefs. You stop forcing things that are not for you because they don't feel good to you, right? It's also a form of self-awareness. Many times people have positioned themselves in unhealthy relationships with unhealthy people. Thank you, Brianna. The reason why people have positioned themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people, because they don't know any better. Think about it. In a simplistic form, okay? In a simplistic of forms, if you loved yourself, would you tolerate anybody talking to you crazy? You wouldn't. If you loved yourself, would you even get all upset and have a conundrum because they're talking to you crazy? You're just gonna look at them like they're crazy and walk away. So I'm telling you, there will be something in you to shift, and you will put yourself in alignment with the things that are for you, and you will recognize and accept divine timing. Okay, so here we go. Let's jump into today's reading. Bye, Felicia. Peacing out. Thank you. Next, leaving and not caring. Isn't this along the lines of what I've been rambling about for the last 10-15 minutes? Bye, Felicia. Somebody is walking away. Somebody has finally made the decision to walk away. Bye, Felicia. Peacing out. Thank you. Next, leaving and not caring. The T is that. Someone is taking control over their future. I can tell you that. Somebody came to the realization that they're thankful for where they are. They're thankful for who they've been, but it's time to go to a new level. It's time to go new places. And they're not feeling in their heart that they can take these individuals with them. Somebody had a revelation, a wake-up call. Fake accounts, fake social media accounts to spy. They're using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. I don't know if this is a third-party situation, but it's possible that somebody is using social media and fake accounts to follow you, to get information, or either you're using fake accounts to get information. What lies beneath all of this is what? Dropped another card on the floor. Sweetie Pie says that's happening to her. Yeah, it's a lot of trolls on the internet too. And speaking of trolls, let's be clear. There's a lot of mean-spirited people on the internet who need a life. They have nothing else to do but to troll other people to get a rise out of them. You gotta also learn too that you ain't gotta accept that. You ain't gotta accept that. Okay? Somebody's jealous of you. Somebody is jealous of you. Envy. And let's be clear, there's a difference between envy and jealousy. Okay, there is a difference between envy and jealousy. Envy could somewhat be still positive, whereas jealousy I perceive as a negative emotion. What lies beneath all of this? I'm sorry. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we get? I feel strongly that somebody is in a place where you're finally coming to your senses. Thank you, Ari. You're coming with your senses, or coming to your senses. A tiger will never change its stripes. Distractions, temptation, always busy, kept you waiting. This is definitely a third party situation where there's a lot of infidelity. And as I was saying about a tiger not changing its stripe, I definitely was trying to prevent from saying that because I didn't want to impose a narrative just yet without me being sure. Somebody has been superly patient, accepting the fact that their partner has been very promiscuous, very much so not faithful. If that's, how you prefer your people to show up in your relationships, this person ain't it. Yes, it is. The true emotion here. Keep dropping cards. The true emotion here is Okay, somebody may have had an infidelity with somebody, and they may have thought that that person was pregnant. Okay, so somebody may have had an infidelity issue where they thought that they were pregnant, or either you may have thought that you were pregnant and it turns out that you were not pregnant, but there is a pregnancy scare involved in this. That's right. God, give me the prayer of serenity to be able to accept the things that I cannot change and change the things that I can. A lot of us think that we can change people. And the reality is you cannot change anybody. People change themselves. All right? You can't change anybody. But you can allow people to change themselves. Don't ever think that you're so powerful that you can change somebody else. You can't even change a child. You can't control a child. The yin and yang emotion here is reflecting, shadow work, soul searching, deep introspection, evaluation, hermit energy, void, and period. So somebody is taking a step back. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out the energy here, but somebody is definitely doing some shadow work, doing a whole lot of soul searching, going into hermit mode, evaluating their life, going through a void period. This is a weird energy. Normally the cards fall how they should. Grand Rising, but I'm looking at it. We might have to remove these cards just around just a little bit. Let me finish pulling these cards and then I'll look at it and put it together. We've also had a lot of, gardens, floral delights, gardening, joy, blooming, colors, plant care. Okay, so somebody may like a lot of flowers, may have a green thumb. This person may give you a whole lot of flowers. Welcome. Okay. At the end of the day, y'all, we gonna figure this out. 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 All right. Y'all thought I was playing when I said I was gonna listen. We gonna get to the bottom of this. I don't care what you talking about. We gonna see what we need to see, and we gonna get to the bottom of this. Y'all thought I was playing when I told y'all I was getting my magnifying glass. I had to have that the same day. The true crime in this is what? Meeting, okay? All right, y'all. I got an idea what's going on here. I'm going to switch these cards up because the energy is a little bit all over the place. So the person who's walking away and saying bye, Felicia, to their person, it's also the person who has been dealing with a whole lot of fake accounts. Okay. So there may be somebody that is here that is stalking you, trying to make conversation with you, trying to be friends with you on social media, trying to get evidence. I do feel like there is a secret meeting that is going to occur between you and this person. Okay. To get information. And based upon that conversation, that's going to be what you need to be able to walk away. I feel strongly like you have been trying your best to hold on to this this relationship as much as you can, as long as you can, however you can. But I feel like this is like the nail that broke the camel's back. And it's put you in a position to where you're tired of being embarrassed by the things that your person is saying and doing all the time.
Embarrassing.
They have a whole lot of distractions. They have a whole lot of distractions going on. If y'all know who or what I'm talking about, put a heartbreak in the chat. This person that we're talking about is going to end up doing a whole lot of shadow work and reflecting. Okay. This particular person is going to go into introspective and go into hermit mode. This pregnancy scare is what's going to take them out. Okay. It was all good until it wasn't. Right. So with this pregnancy scare here, that's going to really take them into a different place. And if they really be honest with themselves, this person may have been envious of you. Okay. This person may have been envious of you. This person, maybe your career is going in a different direction. Maybe your life is going in a different direction. And this person is definitely rebelling, you know, instead of them saying, you know what, dang, babe, I'm envious that this is happening for you. You know, I've been waiting all this time for this to happen for me and it just has not happened, you know, whatever. Instead of them doing that, they're rebelling. And we all know that there are people out there in the world that instead of them being honest and owning their feelings and their emotions, they would much rather be in this predicament where they're playing these games. Okay? We know that. Now, this person may also use flowers, okay, or gardening. So this person, this could be reflective of physical flowers, and this person always buying you flowers and knowing that you like flowers and knowing that you like plant care. Or this person could be planting seeds. Okay, this person can be planting seeds to try to make a comeback because they know that you're done. Okay. So they're trying to harvest, babysit, noodle on, grow, all those different things. All right. All right. So, whew, I feel like this is about to make me go back to sleep. All right. Because the energy feels very heavy, y'all. Very heavy. The energy feels very heavy, very remorseful, very much so not understanding how they came to this place, how they came to this time. But this was self-induced. This was definitely self-induced. It's giving me Cardi B and Offset vibes. It's giving me, I have to force myself to prove a masculinity or prove that I'm equally of value. It's giving me Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon vibes. Okay. It's giving me, I wanted the girl or this person. I got this person, but now that I'm with this person, I'm not totally secure in my own skin with this person. As a result, I'm out here doing my thing to make me get that validation and affirmation from somebody else. And I'm neglecting the fact that I am tarnishing, I am hurting, I am diminishing, I am devaluing, I am damaging the relationship that I'm in with the person that I love. Does that make sense? And to button it all up, divine timing is going to take place where the individual who's being stalked and having this secret meeting is going to finally get the guts to say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm cool. This ain't it no more. You know, this ain't it. It's not working for me anymore. And I feel like this is a very difficult decision that needs to be made. So whose business is this? Whose business is this? Listen, if y'all ready for this energy, go ahead and drop your zodiac signs with the drum in the chat. Put your zodiac signs with the drum in the chat. Because I feel like we need to get into this. Samantha says, sound like the turn of events that led me to self-healing. Remember, I started out this reading talking about divine timing. I definitely feel like divine timing is at play here. Somebody is finally coming to the wake-up call and just realizing, if I loved myself enough, I would no longer continue to put myself in this predicament. Y'all ready? So dramatic, aren't we? And let me just tell y'all something. As I wake up and I get these energies going, I am a very unserious person. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that. I like to have fun and get us to where we going. Okay?
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. All right, here we go, y'all. Person number one. This is Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, okay? I like to have a good time. Shell says, you are fun. I try my best. Life, y'all know some of the stuff that we be talking about be deep. It be deep. All right, person number one. Well, dog, that came out very tough. All right, y'all. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, your foundational energy is coming in right now as the devil. Are y'all really surprised with this? The devil. Shadow, self-pity, attachment, addictions, restrictions, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and anxiety. Good morning, Alicia. Okay. Person number two. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. So unless you know where all your person's placements are, you can't necessarily say something is not for you because you don't know where all their placements are, you know. But Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Unless you know. Now, if you know, then that's the difference. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Also an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. So you might be two earth signs or heavily earth-plated people. Okay. They're coming in as the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Dark side of wealth. Financial loss or structure. Didn't I tell y'all it's giving me Cardi B and Offset vibes? Okay. Fleeting success. Lack of stability. Lack of resources. Okay. Didn't I tell y'all it's that envy? I felt that envy. I felt that I feel like that pressure of like that resentment. Okay. Again, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But I definitely feel as though I'm trying to look back because I feel like this was a long time coming. So I'm trying to, within the last 4 years. So you may have been in a relationship with this person for 4 years or longer. But I feel like within the last 4 years specifically, this has become an issue. Okay. This person's behavior has become an issue. And we got to get to the bottom of this. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Now listen, y'all. If this don't resonate with you in the line, just listen, because it might be something here that may come up and pick up. Okay? Because I mean, we talking about these third parties.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. All right. You may or may not have kids with this person as well. What is going on with earth signs? What brought you guys together? What brought you guys together was commonality of how you view life. At one point in time, you were aligned with the same values, morals, and beliefs. You guys were truly soulmates. Okay? Truly soulmates. For person A, I'm going to call that feminine energy. You didn't realize you were getting stuck and attached to an unhealthy attachment. When you came into this situation, you definitely had the mindset of till death do us part. You definitely felt like this was going to end in marriage. Like no one could have ever told you that this would not have been a marriage, that this would not have been a happily ever after. No one could have ever told you. My hands are dry, y'all. Sorry. No one could have ever told you that, you will get to this point, because I feel like this is something that started when you were younger. Okay. I don't know if you've been knowing this person since you were younger, high school, elementary school, middle school, college, maybe. I'm not sure how you knew this person, but I feel like you've been knowing this person for a long time. It's almost like you grew up with this person. And as you got older, things may have come. I'm getting like girl next door vibes. As you got older, things started to take a turn where it was just like, okay, this person is expressing an interest in me. Let me take this person serious. Because I feel like all the while, you guys might have been like, I feel like all the while, you might have been like, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Okay? It's a no for me, dog. So, I definitely feel like it's definitely gotten to the point to where things were really good when they were really good, which is what brings you joy, because it's like, you know what? I can't really say anything negative about the relationship because I take accountability and I own the fact that I've allowed the relationship to go sour like this. I've allowed too much to happen. But now I've gotten to the point to where it's like, this is not serving me anymore.
You put some time.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this reading, y'all. The Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knight of Wands. You knew when things were not as good as they once were when you started to find yourself, I just said it a minute ago, slipping away, but I feel as though when you started to feel as though you didn't have the desire or the interest to want to be around this person or to do the things that they wanted to do, oversimplifying here. For example, they want to go to the movies. And you're like, nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm going to go over here, right? Or y'all go to like a lounge or to a club or something like that. And whereas before you would be like a lost puppy walking behind this person, and now it's like, you know what? I'm going to go over here and do my own thing. This is you getting your energy back. This is you getting your drive back, because it's like at this point, you're so emotionally disconnected. Yes, Stephanie, it is. At this point, you're so emotionally disconnected that you're finding your energy or your resurgence or your confidence in other things now. Again, it was good until all of a sudden it wasn't. And I feel strongly that with this Knight of Wands, you're starting to find your momentum in marching to the beat of your own drum. Okay, marching to the beat of your own drum. Not really giving a hoot about what anybody else says or does or what they think. You're in control. You're renewing your strength, and you're absolutely taking courage in stepping out on faith and doing the thing. Again, divine timing. All the things that needed to happen before in the past led you up to this moment. You needed this. You needed this. You gave way too much power and control to somebody else. And then you was also so worried about what other people was thinking.
Everybody fake now.
You know, like, I ain't even trying to be funny, but just go there with me. Can you imagine what it's like to be Drake right now? Everybody was all on your bandwagon. Everybody calling you whatever they calling you. Right? So it's easy to get caught up in the hype or the construct of what other people want you to be and what they want you to do. It's very easy. But you finally have gotten to the point where it's just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm no longer going to be subjected to what other people say and what they do, because I definitely feel like for you, one of the reasons why you were here is because you were so afraid of disappointing other people. Okay? You were afraid to disappoint other people. Masculine energy here. Okay? Person B. They got the Sun card. They're going through major arcana in their life right now. They're going through a major transformation right now. And they're trying to hold on to hope. They're trying to figure out a lot of things right now. Things are not making sense for them as they should make sense for them. They feel a little bit disenchanted. And what I mean by that is they feel a little bit frustrated with the fact that they've been working so hard to get the results that they're looking for, but things are coming easily for you. And that's what's creating that competitive envy that is here that is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It is so unnecessary because if you think about it, if they needed help, they could really just ask you for help. They don't want to ask you for help because they're over here feeling some type of way about everything. Excuse me. They're feeling some type of way. They don't want to admit that they're having financial issues or monetary issues because they know that it makes them feel even weaker than what they already feel. Does that make sense? That makes them feel weaker than what they already feel. And they're looking right now for a sign. Again, this person is doing shadow work, okay? This person is going through a whole lot of introspection. I know that's right. Nick says, yes, but I'm not here to be the problem, but a solution finder. That is true. Thank you. Thank you. And so it's very, very, very interesting energy right now. I'm hearing Lord Give Me a Sign by like DMX in my head. I don't know if this person listens to a whole lot of DMX, but I feel like this person is really going through a pivotal moment in their lives where they're just like, Lord, give me a sign. I'm surrendering. I'm holding on to whatever hope that I have. I'm holding on by a strand. Show me, give me. I need your vitality. I need your development. I need your creativity. These things are being blocked and hindered right now. Okay. And for this person, I feel as though the reason why this person is in such despair is because they have been negatively influenced by the wrong people. You got to be careful with who you're sleeping with. Not just person A, the person that's supposed to be sleeping with this person. But I feel like the person who's been stepping out, their mind is clogged. I really feel like this person is in a creative work environment. And they attest their they assert their production or their creativity is predicated on them being able to tap into the energy of others. That's what's inspiring them. So I don't know, like, for example, I've told y'all about my friends that are in the entertainment industry. And so one thing I know about people who are artists, musicians, they like to have multiple different relationships with different people because that's what inspires them. Not necessarily the relationship as much as it is the naked Olympics.
Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay. Now, the positives in this is with this death card. Okay, in reverse. What you didn't realize was that this was never going to go the full distance as much as you wanted to.
What do you mean by that?
This was going to be a stagnant relationship no matter. It came with an expiration date on it. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it again. This was never supposed to be a long-term situation.
Try.
Okay? That's why the last 4 years specifically has been awful for you. Okay? This is why this has been so problematic for you. Because the last 4 years, you have been going back and forth trying to overcome all of the bad miscommunication, the lies, the deceits, all of that.
The lies. There you go.
The lies, the lies, the lies. Okay, this person oh wow. I feel like this person was telling you one thing but doing something totally different. And what I'm gathering is that this person never had any intentions to do the right thing. It's a whole lot of lies. It's been a web of lies. And this is where, especially within the last 4 years, this is where the pressure has started to mount. Because I feel as though person A has been asking for clarity, asking for next steps, asking for a date, an engagement. This person might have even gone as far as buying you a ring just to shut you up. I'm not liking this person's energy at all. This person has intentionally misled you into thinking that they wanted more than what they actually were capable and willing to deliver. Okay? And it's unfortunate because you were breadcrumbed, you were deceived, and you were misled. Which is why your patience has started to run out, y'all, with this death and rebirth card here in reverse. This is where your patience started to run out. The lack of growth, the lack of progression, the immobility, the lack of direction. This was the best thing that could have ever happened to you, which is why it's coming up in a positive. Because that's what made you realize that this was an unhealthy attachment. This relationship was never going to go anywhere.
Damn you!
And instead of this person just being mature enough to say, you know, I think we've grown apart, or I think that I've grown in a different direction, because that does happen when people, you know, get together. People run out of steam. Values change, views change, beliefs change. I mean, how do y'all think people be married for 20, 30 years and all of a sudden they be like, you know what, I'm good. You know? Y'all know I love me some country music. Luke Bryan has a song called Married for the Kids. And if you listen to that song, I think that's what it's called, Married for the Kids. But if you listen to it, he's talking about how a couple got together when they were younger and they promised themselves that they would never get to this place where you're just going through the motions of life, just holding on because you got kids. Oh, Lord. Veronica says, my ex-boyfriend gave me a toy ring. Okay. Belinda says, it sounds like my past relationship. Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely plausible that people can grow apart. All right. It's definitely plausible. But the question is, who's going to be mature enough to have that conversation and say that? Oh, wow. Spiritual Gangster says, I was scrolling and ran up on the ring to mislead it. Happened to me exactly 4 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we got this five of swords here in reverse. Okay. Baby, 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 baby. Child. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Goodbye.
All right. Now, with this 5 of swords being here in reverse, this is constant change, constant instability. Not really knowing if you're going or coming. This is the consequence of the relationship. If you look at this card upright, you see this man, he's stressed out. And you see he's looking like, shut the F up, please. He feels like he's being nagged by this person that's far back there in the back. The consequence of this is this has weakened you so bad. This has run you down. Okay, this has run you down. All the infidelities, all the lies, all the missteps, it was just like you might as well stop keeping count, because it was just one after another, after another, after another.
Another one.
And it got to the point to where it was like confronting him was going to do nothing.
I want you to answer my question.
the question then becomes, why are you so hard pressed for them to tell you what you already know? What are you so hard pressed for them to admit to you what you already know?
Denied.
Sometimes we just want you to admit the truth. But this joker gonna take that to the grave. They gonna take it to the grave. And I agree, Nick. Nick says, it's not for me. They need to admit it to themselves, but I can't force. And that is absolutely true, right? Sometimes you want people to just free themselves and free you by admitting the truth. You know, the truth don't ever need no proof. Either it is or it isn't. It's simple. The truth don't need no proof. Either it is or it isn't. And this person's situation, there has been a knowing for quite some time. Again, this is not really, the onus of this is not really on person B as much as it is on person A at this point. And this is what's building up a host of regret that we talked about in the beginning, acknowledging that you can't change the past. This is also where it's like, you know, it was really good where it lasted. Person A has gone through a healing point where it's like, you know what, this was really good while it lasted. But at this point, you can get your, and get out. Okay? At this point in the relationship, okay? At this point, it's one of those things where it's like, at this point, this is no longer a test. This is no longer a game. This is no longer a joke.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
You see what I'm saying? Like this child. Woo-wee. What you need to do, what this is trying to teach you is stay in your feminine energy, person A. You got everything that it takes for you to be able to move on, live your life, manifest, materialize, give birth to the things that you want to give birth to. I find this interesting that we're talking about earth signs. And she has the earth in her stomach, right? So you have the altitude to do whatever it is that you want to do, to be who you want to be, and to show up how you want to show up in the world. What's concerning is that, again, you've allowed this unhealthy attachment to come up to form. And the thing is, you weren't wrong. You were not wrong in that. That was where you were supposed to be at that point in time in your life. The relationship ran its course. It ran its course. But see, the thing is, now that it has run its course and this person has realized that they planted a whole lot of bad seeds, now they want to backtrack. They want to back it up, break it down, rack it up. No. It don't work that way. It don't work that way.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
It don't work that way. You got me sitting over here questioning myself, questioning my sanity, Got me over here stressed out, looking old around the eyes, smoking cigarettes, crying all night.
Yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Nah. You made your bed. Now you need to lie in it. Ain't nobody's fault how you made it up. You did it. But I'm going to walk away from this with my head high and do what I need to do. Because I know who I am and I know whose I am and I know what I have to offer.
Okay.
What you need to do to heal. Now this is funny because I promise y'all, as I was looking at this Empress card, I definitely noticed the moon there. And I didn't say it out loud. But what you need to do to heal is you need to accept that there's a whole lot about the situation that you don't know. There's a whole lot of mysteries, illusions. It's a lack of truth here. Things that you would never know about this person. You may be having dreams about this person. You may have been subconsciously tuning in and tapping into a whole lot of what's going on. What's interesting though, y'all, okay, what is very interesting is that a lot of information may be coming to you, not just through the social media. We about to tap into that, not just through the social media. But I feel like you've just been having a knowing of things are happening, a knowing that things are what they are, not necessarily knowing where you're getting this information from. Just like, I knew that. Or I don't need you to tell me that because I know that. Like, you've been knowing in your heart. Okay? You've been knowing in your heart. And there has been an immense loyalty and protection and companionship and all of these different things that have been holding you onto this. So you've been fighting this. You have been resistant to the change that needs to happen. Which is why this regret card is also here. I regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And I feel like with this moon card, that has caused you to start doing some investigative work. I feel as though you started to question things. Okay, you started to really question things. Things were not adding up. Things were not making sense. I feel as though you're the one that's creating these fake accounts or either using fake accounts to get information. You saw something on a post that really opened your eyes and illuminated the fact that you needed to pay more attention. You was like, now what you say now? Who did what? Social media get folks in trouble every time. I just want to tell y'all that. If you're trying to cheat and be a pimp in your own mind off of social media, okay? Because at that point, you are just leaving a track.
There are multiple video evidence, social media evidence.
Okay? There was a lot of evidence that was there. In particular, that one post that was there was enough for you to start creating a conversation with somebody. And, excuse me, that is what was the straw that broke the camel's back for you.
I am disgusted.
Everything. Remember I told y'all in the beginning of this reading, this person had planted seeds. Y'all remember when I said that? If y'all remember me saying that, raise your hand in the chat. They've been gardening. I said it here. I know I said it here. But the seeds that they planted started to uproot. They was uprooting because you started digging. You started digging. You started digging. You low down monkey with a wig on. I know you did not. See, once you started digging and getting nosy, wanting to ask questions and want answers, once you got to that point, you really started to realize that math was not mathing. 1 + 1 was not equaling 2. Belinda said, I did from my past. I should have been a private investigator. Listen, baby. You got questions? We gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm going into investigative news journalists. I'm going into FBI, CIA. I'm doing all that. I done went back to 1998 and zoomed all the way in. Let me tell y'all. I'll tell y'all something funny. I'll tell y'all something real funny. This is a true story. I'm not going to tell y'all who. Hey, Wayne. I'm not going to tell y'all who. Because I still talk to this person. Not like it's romantically, but I still communicate with this person. But somebody sent me a picture of them like in a bathroom taking a selfie. So they weren't paying attention. They weren't paying attention, y'all. That when they took a picture, the counter was present. So you know me. I zoomed in. Why was it some women's lashes on the counter? Whose lashes are those, Marcus? So I'm telling y'all that there has been an insurmountable amount of evidence, things that you have been knowing in your heart, things that you have been knowing in your soul. And these things have started to create a sense of anxiety for you. This has started to create a sense of depression for you, which is also where the divine timing is, because now you're starting to come into a reckoning within yourself. This needed to happen. To cultivate the self-love within you, to know that it's time to let that go. But you're holding on because you've been waiting for this happily ever after. You've been wanting this to be your family. You've been wanting this to be your forever place. You've been wanting this to be your man, your man, your man, your man, your man. With the house, the kids, the dogs, the cats, the birds. You've been waiting for this. And I also mentioned Thanksgiving, the holidays, right? It may have been something that happened around Thanksgiving that really helped open up your eyes to the fact that this person is not who you think they are. Now, going back to this pregnancy test, okay? I definitely feel like you've been on pins and needles, okay? Pins and needles about this whole thing. Y'all, why my fingers don't want to shuffle the cards today? That's what happens when you take a break. My Lord. Father. I feel like within the last 2 to 3 weeks, you've been planning an exit strategy. I feel like you have evolved into someone else that is unrecognizable by this person, which is very much so needed. It's time. I feel like you have been researching this other person for quite some time. I feel like this other person has really started to unravel. Somebody took this way too far. Somebody took this way too far. Somebody befriended this other person and continued to build a relationship with this person to get information from this person, not to use necessarily against the other person, but to be informative. And the way that you have been so thoughtful and so meticulous and so callous around building this relationship with this other person, if you were to tell somebody else, they would think you was crazy.
You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
But it was enough information present for you to know about this pregnancy test scare. You started adding up timelines. You started seeing when this person was, you started noticing when this person was measuring up those timelines. Okay, measuring up those timelines. Evaluating, like for example, if this person told you they had to work on Friday night, then you were like stalking this other person's social media to see if they were going to be together on Friday night. Okay, I'm oversimplifying, but illustrating what this could have potentially felt like. Okay. And this got to a point where it just became too much. And you had to tell yourself, it's time for me to log off. It's time for me to stop playing these games. It's time for me to just walk away. Okay? It's time for me just to walk away. I have been denying myself of my intuition. I have been denying myself and depriving myself of the love that I'm truly worth receiving. For the integrity of holding on to something that ain't even serving me no more. Listen, nobody likes starting over. I get it. It's scary. Nobody likes having to put themselves out there. Nobody likes having to go on all these pretentious first, second dates. You know, nobody likes going through that. Nobody likes it. It's so awkward. It's so like just, ugh. Right? But I feel as though you're coming into the evolution of yourself where you're having the realization that you can do so much more better by yourself. And I feel like if you don't have kids with this person, I feel as though you may have wanted kids with this person. So you finding out that there was a possibility that somebody else could have been pregnant by this person when this person kept denying you of your ability to do this with them was it for you. I mean, there were several things here that was like, oh no. But I think that was the most offensive of them all.
She doesn't even go here.
So, yeah. Let me keep going. Justice. The truth is coming out, y'all. The truth is coming out like hot lava on Bridesmaids. Y'all remember the movie Bridesmaids? Where they went to go eat. And they went to that restaurant and everybody was in a competition trying not to, in Bridesmaids, where they was trying to act like everybody was better than everybody else, and they ate that food, and then next thing you know, everybody is just sick and pooping everywhere. And they in the street, she in the street walking up, she's like, oh no, it's happening, oh no. And then, Melissa McCartney runs, she's like, move, it's coming out like hot lava. And she's on a sink, pooping in the sink. Yeah, that's how the truth is coming out. That is how the truth is coming out. And you didn't even have to go look for it. It's there. It's coming out. It is coming out. It's coming out. And all you can say is, I wouldn't be surprised if you even go as far as,
You raggedy bitch.
I wouldn't be surprised. The cause and the effect of everything that has happened leading up to this moment is starting to explode uncontrollably. Uncontrollably. I don't know what specifically happened. I don't think it was a tower moment because that would have come up. But I definitely think something unexpectedly came crashing down. And it's just like you listening, you just like, what else? What's next? What's next? This person may even try to find the wherewithal. Thank you for my gift. This person may try to find the wherewithal to be able to come forth and tell the truth. All I'm going to tell you is if you're waiting for them to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God.
Goodbye.
Is your question related to the reading that I'm doing now? If so, go ahead. Okay. Now, the Empress is here again. Okay. Now, this is the second time this card has come up. It came up here and it came up here. Okay. Now, here's the thing.
You've got mail.
Did I not just tell y'all that this person was about to have a family with somebody else, but they had been denying you of that same right? Put an ear in the chat if you heard me tell you that. I want you to put an ear in the chat if you just heard me tell you that. Unpopular statement that I'm about to make. And I really don't want to make it. But we all know people who are serious about you, who want to be with you, who want to love you, who really want forever with you, will never delay taking action. You know why? Because they don't want to be at risk that somebody else could come along and snatch you up off their plate. But you have given this person ample space and ample opportunity to embarrass and humiliate you and make you very regretful of the time that you gave this person. This person had somebody else within the last few years that stole their heart. And they did not know how to tell you this because they didn't want to disappoint and let you down.
Ain't many women's allow their husbands hoe to lay up in their house.
And I feel strongly as though you've gotten an impression just based on the information that you learned from the social media fake accounts and the secret meeting, the meeting of the minds that you had with this other person. Again, I don't believe this other person knows what your role or association is to this person. I think this person was just naive enough to think that you were just somebody who admired them on social media. They talk too much, in other words. Talk too much.
You've got pictures.
Okay? But I definitely feel as though this person put you in a predicament where if you wasn't who you are today, you probably would have whooped that poop. Let me tell y'all a funny story. This happened before. 20 years ago, when I first moved here to Atlanta, I used to know a girl who I thought was the classiest of classiest. She had her stuff together. And I've always, hung around people who I always wanted to admire and look up to, right? So she was definitely one of these people. Very organized, very clean, very professional, very classy, very just whatever you want to put it. And so the girl was engaged to a guy at the time. And, things were seemingly going well for them, right? Until they weren't. So the girl and her guy, they were into a lot of kinky nude Olympic activities, okay? And so one day during their interactions, some things went some places that they should not have gone, or it's not necessarily normal depository spaces, to where she had to pull her hair up in a ponytail. And when she pulled her hair up in a ponytail, she realized her hair was breaking off around her edges. And she couldn't figure out why, because she's like, I go to the hair salon once a week, and I don't understand why my hair is breaking off, because I'm going to the salon to keep my hair done. So she goes to the salon that day as planned. And so she confronts her stylist about her hair being broke off around her edges. So the girl that I know, she's then confronted by the stylist. Because coming to find out, the stylist was sleeping with her man. And the stylist was sick and tired of pretending as if it was nothing. And my friend and the stylist almost came to blows. And this girl, who I would definitely define as a Southern belle, had me dying laughing when she said, I was about to whoop that ass. Now, there was more to that story that I didn't share. But the point is, the man was trying to cajole my friend to becoming a different version of herself, because that version that he wanted her to be, he was getting fulfilled with someone else, i.e. the hairdresser. Similar to what's happening here. The things that you want with this person, you can't have, not because they're incapable, but because they've already committed that to somebody else. But with this 10 of Swords being here, it's made it some type of difficulty for you to prepare yourself to be able to walk away. And my question is why? Why has it become so difficult for you to walk away? You over here taking screenshots. You collecting evidence of everything. You mad. You big mad. You fussing, cussing, stomping, throwing stuff like a tantrum. Talking trash. Cash money trash.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
But you still here. And the answer is why? Is it because you don't think that you can do better? Is it because you feel like your time has missed you? Your time has passed you by? For those of you who've been for the last hour, you know that I started out this reading talking about divine timing. We opened up the reading talking about the importance of self-love and understanding that you can't control things from the past. So why is it that you're still holding on to something that you know has materialized? It's run its course. But you're holding on like it's the winning lottery ticket.
Get that garbage out of here.
And the question is why? Why are you so afraid of leaving this behind you? How much evidence do you need before you say, you know what? I am good. I am good. How much evidence do you need? Now, with this Knight of Swords here in reverse, okay? Remember we talked about this jealousy, right? And this enviousness. I definitely feel like this person knows that you're pulling back from them. And they're trying now to, for some reason or another, put all their effort and energy into this connection, knowing they don't even want it themselves. Now the question is, if you don't want it, why you still holding on to it? Let it go. Let it go. They hold on to you like I was holding on to that $7 wet seal shirt that I told y'all I done had for 20-some years. So I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Nostalgia says a very interesting and profound comment. Perhaps it was these very precise experiences that test our self-worth, self-value, and exactly what. And I agree. I agree. Okay? Remember, I started out this reading talking about divine timing and going through the process, which may have been a little blurred that you may have missed. But I'm telling you, this was about the process that you had to go through in order to get to the point for you to be able to close this door and to move on with your life. This was that. You've been holding on to what you thought you had all along. You can't stop looking back at the past. You can't stop sitting over here hoping, wishing, praying, and believing. You're trying to get that old thing back. Baby, that old thing is gone. It ain't coming back. You over here trying. Hoping, praying, wishing. Hoping, praying, wishing. Hoping, praying, wishing. Things improve. Things get back to the way they used to be in the good old days.
Crazy?
What exactly was there in the good old days that you had to turn around and go back to it, that you can't move on from it? See, when I ask you that question, you don't even know the answer to that. You don't even know why you stayed. Now, that's a good one. Sometimes it's the drama of our history, of our personal experience that make us feel important. And it could be an inflated sense of self. But this person also knows that they got some work to do. They know they ain't right either. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop selling ourselves a fantasy that everything is going to be for us similar to how they were for other people. Stop selling yourself the fantasy that everything is salvageable, that you just got to double click, dig your heels in, work hard. Stop it. Some of us, I regret to say, are not going to have those 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 year marriages like people in our past legacies did. Some of us are only going to have those 2, 3, 4, 5 year relationships. And you're going to have people that come back from your past. And you got to tell them no. You got to tell them no. Okay? You got to tell them no. In this season of life, for me, at 40 years old, the biggest lesson I am learning is to trust God's timing. And if you have to question anything about a person because you lack peace, because it's confusing and it's confusion, then that is not a relationship that is of God, and it is not for you. Because the people who God has placed in your life will not come with a caution sticker. Anytime you got a question, if somebody's going to call you, follow up, apologize, blah, blah, blah. That is how you know that that is not a person of God for you. There are things called karmic partners. They're here to teach you a lesson. Y'all done made a 20-minute pop quiz become a 40-year exam, a life lesson. When you gonna learn your lessons? Nobody gets the lesson first and then it's a pop quiz. Y'all ever had a teacher that y'all just started day one and they come in, pop quiz? I just want to see what you know. You got to start being able to pop quiz your way through all the tools that you've been equipped with in your toolkit. This is a lesson. Don't fail the lesson. Don't fail the lesson. Or as the kids say, don't and find out. Don't put yourself in that place. The Ace of Wands, which is interesting because there's flowers on here. Y'all been noticing how we've been talking about these flowers? What's important to note on here is that there's birds on here. 2 hummingbirds, it looks like. You will also notice on this card, he uprooted a tree. Good morning, Belinda. He uprooted a tree. You know where else we saw that uprooting of the tree? Over here. You may be struggling right now to find your confidence. You may be struggling right now to overcome the obstacle of starting over, being disappointed, being hurt. This may be very difficult for you to process. It may even feel like you're waking up out of a bad dream. But if we're being honest, the only thing that you are truly dealing with is the bruised ego. You're disappointed. Hey, Pastor Tracy. You're disappointed. And see, here's the thing. God has a divine plan, and then we can do whatever we want to do. I said it and I'm going to say it again. What it should have taken you 20 minutes to pass a pop quiz turned into a 40-year examination. And now that you have been doing the work, now that you have been reflecting upon what this time has meant and felt like for you, you're realizing that you can't even be mad at nobody but yourself. This door was supposed to have been closed 29 times by now. You over here playing peekaboo with something that's supposed to be in the past. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. I see you. I got you. When somebody want to to be with you, you ain't got to do all that. You got to hold yourself accountable too. The moon card is here again. This is the second time this card has come up in this reading. Hey, Teach, good morning. God was trying to talk to you through your intuition several times. You saw the right way to go. You saw the right way to go. You saw the warning signs. And instead of abandoning ship, you decided to continue to climb up that rough ass mountain and get yourself dirty. Get calluses on your knees and on your elbows and on your hands and all of that stuff. You decided to go up that mountain. You decided you wanted to persevere through and make things work, feeling like you had something to prove to the people. You decided you had something to prove to a bunch of folks that don't even care. Let me tell you something. God is going to always be a perfect gentleman. He's not going to say more than once, I told you to get off and go left. But you kept going right. And then you wonder why you got the results that you have. You over here howling at the moon, being mad with everybody else except for yourself. I get it. Don't nobody want to start over again.
Oh man, not again.
Nobody want to go through that. I get it. But surely as today is Monday, you guys have got to come into a place where you are comfortable and confident with being in the skin that you're in. And if you missed us talking about that in the beginning of this reading, go back and watch the playback on YouTube because I surely said it. Sometimes you get forced to doing things that you've been procrastinating and doing because it's just doggone time. With this Five of Cups being here, you are definitely mourning the loss of this relationship. You're very disappointed, very hurt, relieved, but hurt. Relieved, but disappointed. The question is, what if we are comfortable? Well, don't complain. Don't complain. But why be comfortable and settle for mediocrity? Comfort is a dangerous word. But if you're comfortable with being comfortable, don't complain. You get what you get and don't throw a fit. I heard somebody tell their baby that. And that's an expression they have. You get what you get and don't throw a fit. Okay? Now, it's actually going on behind the scenes. Why so much secret? Why so much mystery? We are being forced. I understand the question, but I need a little bit more context to understand. Okay? Now, judgment is here. Okay? Judgment is here, you guys. And you guys will get to the point to where you can reflect. And it says whether or not this is something that's truly beneficial for you. And I feel like you already know the answer to this. With this judgment card, I absolutely, positively, undeniably, unequivocally think that you know what the answer to the question is when it comes to this judgment card. You know. You know. You know that it's time to let it go. You know it's time. This person has shown up to be somebody that they're not with this King of Cups in reverse. You can't trust this person. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you can never come to terms with trusting this person. This person likes their power. They like their influence. They like what they're able to get. They like that they're manipulative. They like what they're doing. They feel like a man when they can do what they do. Yeah. They're never going to change. You know, we have an expression that says prayer changes things. And the answer to that is yes, it does. But prayer doesn't necessarily change things as much as it changes you. It changes how you review, how you accept, how you come to terms, how you perceive things. Be careful what you pray for. That's another expression. Because you never know how it's going to change you to change your perception.
I'm good.
Never settle for somebody who's comfortable with not giving you a title. Titles mean something. I don't need no labels. Let me know how that work out for you. I don't need no labels. If you don't need no labels, why you want that promotion at your workplace? Don't titles put some respect on a person's name? Have you ever been in corporate America where you pull up places or go to some places where they put a label on a parking spot? You can't park here. This is for the CEO.
All right, then keep your secrets.
Titles mean something. If they didn't, they would have never been created. They never would have existed.
My wife.
It means something. But instead, you allowing somebody who didn't even have the full intentions on loving you the way that you wanted to be loved to commit it. They weren't even committed. Now, that's a whole nother ball of worms. And they over here trying to convince you it's something wrong with you because that's what you want.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
They do care. They do care. I care. That should be enough that I said I care. So the point is, in all of this, is that divine timing is at play right here, right now. That is going to force you to grow up. You're not going to be allowed to sit over here and play games and play idly, passing by, letting things go the way that you've allowed things to go for the last 4 or 5 years of your life. Now is the time. Get your shit together. Now. Stop letting people over here play in your face. That ain't what we doing no more. It's about to be a new year. New year, new her, new who it is. You can buy all the weaves and wigs and play with all the makeup and get all the cosmetic surgery that you want to. You can change your exterior all you want to. But what's on the inside of you is going to come out of you. When you're full of it, you lead with it. And if you don't find yourself worthy and deserving of the love, adoration, and care that you think that you deserve, then guess what? You're going to always walk around settling for less. You got to want it for yourself. You can't motivate somebody else to want to do for you that you don't even want for yourself.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Y'all got to get it together. Somebody start tiptoeing and taking their sweet precious time. You got to be like, boy, look at here. I see this bull from a mile away. Come on, let me get a good look at you. Don't let somebody else play with you anymore. Stop going through all the motions of digging up evidence and finding clues and indicators and whatever else you over here doing. Give yourself permission to say, you know what? I'm good on this. I will be good. And my life is amazing.
Wow, I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't.
Give yourself permission to go, grow, and glow. Give yourself a permission to be accepted and to be loved and admired. You can't have that if you're not allowing the right people to come into your life to make you feel good. Everybody deserves that one person that every time they call, every time they text, every time they do whatever, your heart skip a beat. Everybody deserves that. Everybody keeps saying they want a real love, but you keep settling for some fake love. Why are you settling for fake love? Oh, wow. I'm still hoping I say your name correctly. Nostalgia says, everything you're saying, sister, all your words of wisdom is what the Holy Spirit has been telling me all along, believe it or not. He's been telling me the same thing too. Stephen says to have someone that's there for you. Yeah, we all deserve that. Don't settle for fake love if you want a quest for real love. What did I say in the beginning of this reading? The truth needs no proof. Either it is or it isn't. You will know because in your heart it aligns. It gives you excitement. It's clarity. It feels good. It's familiarity. It doesn't come with pressure. It doesn't come with all that other trash, drama. You know, you ain't walking around here on eggshells. So, let's see. Let's find out. How much time? No, let me rephrase. When will this relationship finally be over? This is a 2-hour reading. Girl, I gotta get off of here. I got to get off of here. I got to go get my coffee, baby. I done started with this old tea. It's okay for you to decide that this ain't working for you no more. Take back your power.
I guess we'll never know.
When can we expect for this relationship to be over? Whoop! January. I give it to you by January 15th. I said in the beginning of this reading that there was going to be some disconnects with the holidays. If you don't believe me, you can go back and watch this reading from the beginning. But I did say something was going to happen by it has something to do with the holidays. I give you 2 more months in this. Last but not least, I'm just curious to see what Romeo and Juliet got to say. Oh, here we go with this mess. Y'all just sitting around here trying to get through the holidays to make it seem like y'all big one happy family, knowing you want to cuss this mother trucker out. You sitting over here looking at them at the dinner table with disgust like,
I don't like you. I don't like you at all.
about to kick them underneath the table like y'all children. Shut up. Don't say nothing. And if y'all recall, when I did our Thanksgiving read, the Thanksgiving Brawl read, I told y'all Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn was the one that was at the table pretending to be busy with work when they wasn't. Y'all remember that? All right, Romeo and Juliet. What words do you have for the people who are in this reading? What messages do you have for the people who are in this reading? Seek help. Talking, conference, consult. So you may be seeking help. You may not know exactly how to lead a situation alone. You may be struggling to overcome, because this has been a long time coming. This relationship is not easy. It's been a long partnership. It's been a long friendship. It's been a long time coming. You may need to go get you a therapist or two to help you heal. Go talk to some older people. Go talk to the pastor. Go talk to whoever you got to talk to. But you definitely need to talk to somebody. You could talk to Jesus. He's always open. Or whatever your faith religion is, whatever your faith practice is, do that. Okay? All right, y'all. On that note, I am MiMi the Lightseer. Thank you so much for tuning in to Pisces Tarot. I hope you enjoyed your experience. This morning, we had 2,900 viewers to come. Thank you to all of my 58 new followers. Thank you for all of my gifters. Thank you for all of those who was hitting the like buttons today. I really do appreciate you rocking out with me for the last couple of hours. If you missed the beginning of this reading, or you want to go back and listen to what was said, this reading will be available for you on YouTube. Go on over to YouTube and follow at MiMi Lightseer. You will be able to have access to all the readings that I ever do live. They're all available there, including the recorded readings that I do, the timeless readings, okay? Lastly, but not least, I am booking out for personal readings, okay? So if you are interested in doing personal readings, my books are open. You can go ahead and book your appointment. Let's get some clarity. Like, the time is up for people to be confused and confounded. When you know better, you do better. Okay? So let's get there. It's time for better. It's about to be 2025, y'all. Okay? Stop dealing with jive in 2025. All right, y'all. I'm out. Have a good one.